Oh, this is Lois back with Disco Elysium. We're about to talk to who I believe is Everett. Um, yeah, hello, Alamin. So yeah, it is almost the end of day one, which is kind of exciting. I didn't mean to come here, but I think we're kind of stuck here, and the only way out is to talk to this guy, so guess we're gonna go ahead and do it. Guess I want to make sure, check my equipment. Let's see what kind of things we would want. Savoir-faire, bonus for minus is -2. I don't know if that might be good. I don't think we have too many minuses. Drama. Play the actor, lie, and detect lies. I mean, we're at 1, so it's not going to go any lower than that, so we don't need to worry about that one. Let's see. Well, I don't think we should talk to him without pants. So I guess we'll just take the minuses on the savoir-faire and go ahead and do this.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
Hey Alman, sorry, I realized I didn't put my chat on the side, but I see your messages. My day's been good. What's this game about? So far, it's a very dialogue heavy game. The story's super interesting. The writing is really good. But basically you're this guy. You woke up with no memory. Your hotel room was trashed, and you basically like woke up with a huge hangover and you almost killed yourself. But we're a cop, and partially trying to figure out what happened to us, but also trying to figure out what happened, who murdered the hanged man. So there's a dead body that we're investigating, and we're trying to solve the mystery here. But yeah, that's basically most of it. But yeah, a lot of this is like, these are basically like your stats. It's kind of like D&D in a sense, but with a detective story. So it's really up to you how the story goes. It's very open-ended. Yeah, no, it's super interesting. It actually won Indie Game of the Year in 2019. The reason why I'm playing it now is because the final cut came out, and what they decided to do is partially voice acted, which a lot of the major scenes had voices, but the final cut released voices for everything. So that voice you just heard just now, that wasn't in the original, where it reads a lot of the narration. But yeah, have you played Heavy Rain? I have played Heavy Rain. I actually really liked it, even though people meme on it a lot. But yeah, detective and mystery games. If you like detective and mystery games, this is definitely up your alley. I highly recommend it, especially because what's really cool is this whole stat thing. Like, for example, I decided to do the physical build because I've seen other people play this, but a lot of people went for like intellect and psyche, and they would be really weak physically, so I wanted to see what difference it would make in the game. And it's really interesting, right? Like, our physique, like our intuitiveness, our sensitivity to like our body is really different. So like electrochemistry, for example, go to Party Planet, love and be loved by drugs. It'll tell us all the time, like, oh man, I need to smoke, or if like you see drugs and it's like, ooh, give me drugs, and things like that. Like those are the thoughts that will go through your brain. While in contrast, like if I had visual calculus or conceptualization is like you see art and things, so you'll have different cues that come up because your like your stat will trigger it. But since we're too dumb, for this character at least, those things don't trigger, but we have other things that trigger, like anything that has to do with our physique. But yeah, it's super cool. You could play this game over and over again and get a lot of different options. But yeah, it's definitely choose your own adventure for sure. All right, let's continue talking to Everett.
With great
Yeah,
effort,
I'm glad you're
he
excited about it.
straightens
I hope you like it.
in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite to his giant desk.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues. So the story changes depending on your decisions? I would just, I guess, like, the overall arching story isn't completely different, but you can have a lot of different outcomes. Like, we'll come across it, but sometimes you'll have, like, different checks that you can roll on compared to your stats, and depending on if you pass those checks or if you don't, different things can happen. So, like, for example, we might, like, get some information out of this character, but if we, for example, if we can't lie to him or he can see through our lies, like, maybe he won't give us the information, or, like, if we are able to trick him, then he'll say different things and you'll get, like, different information on the case. So,
I'd offer you
yeah, a
my
lot of
hand,
different things
but
can happen.
Unfortunately, my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Lieutenant nods at you and then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
But yeah, we'll come across the checks pretty soon. It happens fairly often, so
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff?
you'll be able to see it for yourself.
Getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Forget about that. What's this Dubois stuff? You're getting seriously bad vibes. Okay. Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois? Well, I guess it sounds like he knows our name, right? And we don't remember our own name. I don't know if we want to sit. I think I'd say I'd rather stand.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
Well, I guess we're sitting. Sure.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you are a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Try to wink back.
So tell
Sure.
me, how can the head of the
Oh, he ignored
Debarders
us.
Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting
Ow.
on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Pain threshold. Physique. Base. It still hurt us. That's kind of impressive, actually. Heal ourselves so we don't die from sitting in a chair.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Can you imagine how uncomfortable this chair is? Like, I literally have 11 points, and it did not pass.
This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically
It
huge.
should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Wait, you know Gart? You can take that comically large check and shove it up your beep.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
Should I take the check? I mean, I need the money, but I don't want to, like... I mean, I don't know if he cares, right? If I take the money. Should I just take it since I'm poor? Keep it. I'm good. I don't want to suck up to this guy.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
He crosses his arms on his ample midsection and sinks further into his chair.
Now, I'd like to set your
Take
mind
it.
at ease about one other matter.
It's too late
Your
for
lost
that.
gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
Dang, he knows about our lost gun. That's
His
crazy.
slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
I regret it already. I should have taken the money.
The world is swallowed
Ow.
by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
I have to heal my morale because my inner ego is very fragile. How do you know about my lost gun? I'm not worried. I got this.
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's
Thank
in
you
a
for that
safe place.
visualization.
I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were two
Oh, no.
bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Composure, the chair is killing you? Don't panic. 42%, don't panic. Oh,
God, you're sweating. Your
Dang
knee
it.
is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you?
Oh no.
You're
I'm about to cry.
because you lost your gun, and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
So what? Men can cry too? No, I'm not about to cry. Try to stay cool. I mean, we can't show this guy that we're about to cry,
Mr.
right?
Dubois,
Alright.
you don't look so good.
It didn't work.
What is this,
Ow.
Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Chill. Trying to chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
The large man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some stupor. He's sliding down the chair like a jello shot. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place. Oh no. Well, it's too late. We don't have enough composure.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are
Yeah,
you
we some
having
kind of
some
medical
kind of
emergency.
medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Nah, I'm good at it. I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Visually gesture with your hands above your head. Oh yeah, man. I'm effing great. Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use a glass of water. I'm melting. Water, please.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
How painful is this chair? Extremely.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask
Where's
you
my
some
water?
questions pertaining to a
Need
murder
to
investigation.
regain my composure.
Quick, here's your window.
Oh,
Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself.
it is.
Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Oh, okay. Aren't you gonna ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved
almost says
you didn't
gently.
get a hernia. A man your age...
Say nothing. A man my age? What are you implying? I'm at the peak of my abilities. I too am surprised by the resilience and athleticism of this tool I've been provided with. Tap your chest. My body is gonna break down any moment now. Probably push it to the limits. Enough wackiness. Well,
Yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry. Very impressive. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
you called me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everett, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it.
Didn't really want to
but
say
you
that, but
are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
well,
I think
it's
the
true.
odds of that are very low.
My memory's fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry.
Okay. Ooh.
Apparently, my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out with my big fat folder.
He pats the brown folder in front of him.
It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Lieutenant inspects Everett over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind?
Oh, folder.
Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
His eyes never leave yours. Let's get this straight. What's my full name? Do you know anything about my family? What kind of cop does this say I am? Where did you get that folder? Read shipping folders before. We have so low drama though. That's not good. What should I ask first? I guess we can just start from the beginning,
It's
right?
Harry Dubois.
Okay. I
And
can work with that.
work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
Do you know anything about my family?
Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man, do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
As a drunken alcoholic and druggie,
That's
I would
why
say
I
no.
like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, you are one of the all-time greats.
What kind of cop does it say I
Harry.
am?
You're not simply a cop, you're a star. A bright shining star in the drab law enforcement sky, outshining all other stars. You're a superstar.
I'm a superstar cop. That's what I like about you, Everett. You get me.
Of course I do, Harry.
He
And I'm gonna
smiles
help
with a
you
sly
shine.
smile.
I'm gonna put you on all the big stages. Your name in giant neon letters. Harry Dubois.
He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinez.
Where did you get that folder?
Ah, this?
He
My
closed the
friends in
folder.
your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Turns back to you. Kim suspects something. Oh, I'm glad we did that. 42% is a pretty good chance. Okay, please. Please!
Everart's
No!
hands are covering the folder,
Dang it.
but the look on his face says, I know everything about
Urgh.
you, Harry.
Dang, that sucks. He knows everything about me.
I'm sure it's not that bad. It
Lieutenant
was
whispers.
an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
Harry, I just
says
know
gently.
the things that matter to our friendship, and I want you to feel free to ask me about those things.
Yeah, so this is what where like having a smarter brain makes a huge difference, right? He's all about being able to lead the conversation and what is it? What's the word? Persuade people. So, but we are not capable of that, unfortunately. Let's talk about other matters.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
I wanted to go over a couple things about me. That's what we just went through. Let's talk about my lost
yes,
gun.
your lost gun.
His face
My
turns serious.
best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that.
He winks
It's
at you.
just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold on, could he really be holding my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Oof. Dang. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back? These are all things we're gonna say to him. I mean, we have to get our gun back, though, which is a big deal. How can you hold a gun hostage? Well, he's the one with all his people finding it, right? So if he finds it and we need it back, he can use it against us and only give it back to us when we have an even enough trade.
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only
Turns
kidding,
to
of
the
course.
lieutenant.
He is not.
He is not
Of
kidding.
course. I understand.
Lieutenant
We help
replies
you,
dryly.
You help us.
Let's talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know.
Yeah, because he
everything
has the
that goes on
manpower to
around
find
here,
it, right?
And I would love to help, like I'm helping you with your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me,
I sense there's a but.
but there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's
And
do
sends
that.
with a slow nod.
But I
Okay.
can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
He slaps himself on the forehead. Kim, is that true? Are we door opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand.
He looks to the
If
union
you're
boss.
asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Uh-huh.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Okay. Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do.
Slams
You
his
look
fists
like you
together.
could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help.
Turns
So
back
what
to
will
you.
it be, Harry?
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and removes his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
He puts his glasses back on. Okay. I actually don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
He sinks deeper into the chair. Refuse the task for now or accept it? I mean, I guess we have to, right?
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
He flicks his finger.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is.
He smiles,
One
obviously
last thing,
satisfied
Harry.
with how well he planned it all out.
Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. Let's hear it, Harry.
Okay, yeah, we don't have any other
Of course,
options
Harry,
there.
of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted
What's
something from me.
what's in the container that's outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
Everett sounds evil. Sounds like he's gonna backstab. Yeah, I mean, from what I get from him, it's more like he has his own agenda, and then we're just here to help. We're just here to like be one of his pawns. And the way he's talking to us, he's just like, you know, this is mutual. Like everything's gonna be fine if you just do what I say, kind of thing. But yeah, he doesn't know what's in the container. There's something special about it. It was attached to the Valsen crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time
He
is
says
a
with the
precious
fondness of
resource,
smiles.
and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking.
Okay, so he doesn't know what's
Maybe
inside it.
that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Smooth talked the container to open it. I mean, I guess we can try. Ever, I'm gonna leave now, but we might talk again
Wait.
later.
You need this to
Oh.
get in and out through the gate.
He leans, reaches into his drawer, and pulls out a plastic card. Thanks. I was wondering how I'm supposed to get out. Great, I wasn't gonna get stuck in here. This is what I was doing yesterday because the door was locked and I didn't know how to get
Here,
out.
You're one of us now.
Real
A
red and
real
white
red
union,
and white
union
union
man.
man. Take care, Harry.
Okay, now we can get out. Woohoo! Well, that's all I needed, I guess. Okay, so I was suspecting that we were able to go through this way. I see. Well, alright, we got some more tasks. Something we'll have to do tomorrow. It is the end of the day. And it's almost 10. So pretty sure everyone... Oh. I keep forgetting how this works. You have to go down these paths like this. But we gotta get out of here and finally go to bed. We did a lot for day one. I'm kind of disappointed that I ended up getting stuck here because I didn't really want to talk to Everett on the first day. But that's okay. Just how the things turn out. Let's get the heck out of here finally. Oh, I wonder if we'll have another option for the container.
You're back before the cargo container.
Very low,
Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems
Impossible
to have grown
rhetoric.
slightly.
3%. I can retry it though with a white check. Did I even bother leveling it up? I do have a skill point that I can use. I don't know if I have any equipment that increases rhetoric or decreases it. Nope. Oh well. It is a white check, so I could try and then level it up again. Leaving and go to sleep. Oh, it's 5 o'clock? Holy crap, you should definitely go to sleep. Be on for your next stream? Oh, thanks. I usually stream at this time of night, so it might be hard for you to watch, but you can definitely check out the VODs, and I'm also gonna get them uploaded to YouTube eventually, so there's at least that. But yeah, thanks for watching and hanging out for a bit. Yeah, go to sleep and please get some sleep.
You're back before
Alright,
the cargo
I'll try
container.
this.
Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If
I'll
anything,
cross my
it
fingers for
seems to have
3%,
grown
but
slightly.
if we don't get it, we'll try again next time.
Why are you even trying
6
to
and 3.
open the door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Lieutenant looked startled. Using my body over my wits. This is true.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Darn. 3%. We did roll a 6 though, which is kind of funny, but oh well. See if we can re-roll that eventually. Let's get out of here. Alright, so all this was explored already. What is
The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you.
So I did want to go through this folder, and we need to upgrade
drawer
volition.
slide-
I'll probably leave that for later. Hopefully I'll remember eventually. Now we can finally get out of here with this locked door. Use the card that Everett gave us. Ah. Unfortunately, I was outwitted. Because I'm not a...
Yes?
Oop. Sorry, Kim. I'm not a conversationalist. A notice. In case of a strike, press button behind guard. Oh. Okay, let's leave this for later. I think... Yeah. I do want to go to bed. I think I want to save other activities for tomorrow. I think there was one thing I wanted to do after Kim goes to sleep, though, which was talk to Kuno. What's this guy doing here?
Scab?
Asked the man with jolly eyes, tilting his head.
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where do they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like him much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mask, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than Scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
They tried talking to them? It's better than begging, come on.
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen.
He
This
shakes
lot
his
would
head.
be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Huh. Yeah, I'm a scab. Poor and downtrodden. Right to work. I'm not a scab. I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you.
His smile
No one's ever
deepens his
seen a
wrinkles
cop
more.
scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
Chuckles and realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Ever said you have a key to a door? Oh, okay. Well, I guess we
A
need to talk to
key,
this guy.
huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He runs his fingers through his mustache. He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more.
Oh, he knows what
I got
they're
you.
talking about. He taps the side of his nose with a little wink. Oh, interesting.
I got that key right here.
I wonder
Let
who
me
it
tell
is.
you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity and took it. I'm a hustle grind. Oh man, if we were just gonna be one of Everard's henchmen, I feel like we should at least gotten the money. I kind of regret not taking the money. Saw an opportunity and took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I heard something about a weasel and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. I don't know what that means. I'm not opening this door for myself. I'm opening it for all working men. I'm not really doing this for political reasons. I mean, I guess I'm not really doing this for political reasons.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too,
He nods.
but it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks.
Okay, well,
What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
okay.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
He doesn't wait for your answer. Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel person, when he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask. Why are you striking? Hey, you're the man in boots at the gate. Kuna said you know about the armor. Oh, we could ask him about the armor. Why are you
We're
striking?
negotiating our share.
You're sure?
Aye.
He seems pleased with himself. Wait, so not wages or pensions or...
This stuff. They already covered.
Shouldn't you be grateful then? It's a lot more than most people here have. At least you got benefits. That's something.
It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
How large of a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
They want all the members to be on the board. Bossman Everett, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him.
He shrugs.
In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
That desk seems lavish to me. I mean, it
He
did.
is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Okay. Well, basically he excuses Everett's tactics because, like, if the world is cheating, then you gotta cheat too if you want to win.
Sure thing.
A gust of wind blows through his hair. Kuna said you know about the armor?
The little boy had the good on his promise.
He smiles. His promise.
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
The probe into the armor. What did you learn? I'm gonna use us too. What? Scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
Gauntlet is taking a swig from his flask.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
The probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library.
He explains with a
I
wry
didn't
smile.
get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces of the armor up for grabs then, but I already sent the boots away. We can't take the boots? Oh man, because we already sent it, sent the body
I
away.
guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
Dang. Hold up, 4 pieces, helmet, cuirass? Sorry, I forgot how to pronounce that. Gauntlets, boots, and what about the legging?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all.
Gives you a jolly
Forget about
shrug.
them. I did.
I'm going to find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough.
Nice and balanced.
Lieutenant
Some
nods.
junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armor too. The one the bullet hits.
That's true. Just need the chest plate.
Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
Thank you for your
No
cooperation.
problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He finally takes a swig from the flask. Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh?
He shrugs.
Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
He shakes his head solemnly. The harbor is a prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought.
He
Why
scoffs,
would
looking
noble
shocked.
workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that
He
mean?
was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He means a more violent faction could easily take care of such a thing.
Understood.
And
This has
takes
been
note.
of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Takes a sip from his flask. Okay. Got an interesting conversation. Oh, Kim. Probably gonna tell us we need to go to
We
bed.
should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages yet.
You should take care of that, then.
I don't have enough money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the streets. We'll figure something out.
Alrighty, Kim. Okay, so we can't... This is not a way to get out, but we can go this way, maybe? There's someone blocking. Is there another way to get? We might have to go that way, but... Anywhere else to go? I can't go down here, right? Oh, I can. There's stairs. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So there's Measurehead up there, and I don't really want to go there yet. DRIH. The Greater Rochelle Industrial Harbor. Find 1 armor piece. You really just want 1 piece of armor. It's enough. Okay. In order to succeed, the body has to be down, the autopsy has to be finished, Kim has to be absent, This will be definitely tricky, so don't beat yourself up if you manage to send the body to the processing without getting home. Okay, so we're not going to be able to do that task, unfortunately. I think we already sent the body for processing. So that's not a big deal. All these people. Can't talk to any of them. To explore. The lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Alright. Anyone else we can chat with? No. Oh, this is the store. The mini mart, right? What's over here? Jump Jams, a popular music mag. Glossy magazine, most able-bodied men. This issue hosts a top 10 list. Oh no, they're much hunkier than you. You probably you shouldn't feel threatened by handsome men. Don't be silly. Okay. Let's get out of here. It is late. You have anything new for us?
All around you,
Oh.
rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
Man, Shivers is so cool.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
What's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
What is down on the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
Run your fingers through. Your hair is an oily mess, flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the... It's in the east.
The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Clench your teeth to stop shuddering.
Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
And beyond that?
La Drusienne, King Dries passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary.
What is across the distributor?
Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain.
Beyond the Couronne.
A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play.
Closer to here?
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. The lingering odor of decomposition mixes with that of damp soil.
What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
What's on the other side?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
Why am I not there? Where the hood? Where the hood? Where the hood at? Is that a reference?
Have a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
Why am I not there?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town. In the shadow of the day the revolution failed.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Better look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition-era statics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
I love it. Very beautiful. A lot of those. A lot
Hello
of the
again,
imagery.
officer. How are things?
The body is
Like,
gone.
Gone?
Girl repeats, her face beaming with a. It was sent to processing.
I'm glad to hear that.
Quick smile.
Thank you, officer. Looks like I'll get mint in the ground by April.
It's so late and you're still
I'm
here.
a Nighthawk. What can I say?
Flashes.
See you around, officer.
Okie doke. We wanted to get to bed and can do our end of the day wrap up. Oh, this guy's still sleeping. Get to him. Eventually. We need to talk to Gart.
Can I help you?
He arches an eyebrow. So about that money I
Yes.
owe.
Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight. I don't have enough money.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
He's very upset. It's cold out. I'll freeze to this because I'm losing the stupid money game. Come on, man. After everything I've been through, Kim is about to say something. Let him. I mean, I'll let Kim take the reins.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However,
He adjusts his glasses.
I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and
He stops mid-sentence.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Hold on. I still have my key, you know. This conversation isn't going anywhere. Is it? I don't like either of these choices, but...
Good luck trying to use it.
He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the counter.
Draconian measures.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
Conversation isn't going
Not
anywhere.
until you bring me the money.
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
He turns to you with a heavy sigh.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
And Gart is upset.
Yes?
Okay. We'll talk to Kim later. Maybe tomorrow where we have more time. I just don't want to run out of things to do while people are around. If it gets too late, then you might miss things. Alright, so let's go to the motor carriage. Oh, I forgot. The car's right. Eh.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Alright, look in the suspect transport.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
Oh, what are those things?
There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
It makes a spinning motion.
Honestly,
Dance.
that sounds like an amazing physics demonstration.
What do you mean you confiscate
A
them?
couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
So you took his spinners?
I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
I get it. I would have confiscated them too. They're
That
mesmerizing.
they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
Lieutenant looks at the spinners. Did you want to put these spinners on your machine?
No, that would be silly.
He hesitates.
I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Yes, outrageously cool.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
I'm sorry you have to sell them because of me.
As I said, they are useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
But thank you.
I'm sorry, Kim. I wish you could have kept your spinners. You said something about a pawn shop?
Yes, there's one 100 meters south of here. I think it's called Roy's Nest or something. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Alright. I appreciate it.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
You didn't select this
As you
before?
tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Ah, the headlights. Okay. Did use those before. And let's see. $200. The magnificent hubcap spinners that Lieutenant Kitsuragi has donated to you so that you can pay for your room at the Whirling. They are slate blue and shimmer haughtily in the light. Oh, we need to ask the military man about his photo. I don't think they're here anymore, right? Ah, yeah, they probably went to bed. Alright, we need to go south. Oh, what's this? Last year at Macaroni stand for the humanitarian aid. Oh, there's lots of things to explore here. I'll leave these circles here for tomorrow, I think. Just so I don't forget to explore there later. There's a pawn shop? Oh, it's right. At least I think so. Yeah. Roy's pawn shop. Fast cash for faster times. Oh, this is another garbage container? Oh, fingerless glove. Electrochemistry. Nice. Have another stat bonus there. Water lockout into the order until Wednesday. Today is Monday, right? Okay. What was I gonna check? Never see. Renee. That was the guy. Oh, I was gonna check my thought cabinet. We're still on Burgess self-critique. We'll work on some kind of superstar after that. Okay, nothing in. Oh, what's this? Check this out.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque.
Oh, this is a bridge.
This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Guess we'll try.
Pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens.
Push it harder. I don't want to
Spring
break
brings
it.
the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
That's true. It's it. Okay, I don't want to break it, so... Is this a way to go down? Butter sign down. Anything else to explore here? Alright, let's go into the pawn shop. Let's take care of this money business. Oh, there's lots of... Some kind of machine and antique cash register. Eye out for any knickknacks. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says day. In the dark, a film projector is whirling away.
You see rows of toy
Next.
soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Dig up a truly cool figurine in box under. It's like the knights on
Big
horseback.
men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
It looks like the dusty figurines in the dim light.
A long, long time ago.
Like the blue
They're not
uniforms.
all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Hey, this looks like Renee, the old guy who was playing petanque.
This is what the loyalists look like, yes.
He
at
inspects the
first.
figurine.
Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Are these royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
Man peers from a glass box. Figurines and rags?
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes?
Man behind the glass
Yes,
answer.
they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Not to give people hope, even we can do it. Contest is meant to be disheartening, as it ought to be. It is impossible to win against the hordes of the capital. Ask my friend Gart, whose be it may be one. I wish it were more nuanced. As it stands, I cannot comment.
I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But there are many parents among my customers.
Alright. Let's see. 92.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What's this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a full
tracksuit.
tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points at the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain priced. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
I mean, 50 cents, right?
Did I
Sure.
mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Let's take a look. Got a little thingy. Figurine said Headless Fallen Rider. The plastic headless fallen rider sits atop his equally plastic bull, his posture indicating either desperation or pride. Comes as a set with the infamous fallen cap for which he has lost his head. The head is not. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Anything else? There's nothing
You
else
see
on the shelf,
Rosa.
right? Do. Anything else? What about over here on the side? Oh. Here. Quick look. Mostly military oil with a few more eccentric fashions though. Take a look.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man
Oh
striding
yeah.
toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning.
Time to smell the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Trash
Sniffing
bin
is
smell.
okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
What's the deal with the man on this
It's the
t-shirt?
man from Hendal.
Walking away from his burning village. Yes.
I'm guessing I'm supposed to know who this man from Hjelmdal is, but I lost my memory recently and I'm needing help remembering basic facts about reality. Remind me, who's the man from Hjelmdal again?
The man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla. Mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD. In fact, most people don't think that man from Hjelmdal ever really existed. But they are wrong.
Hendal isn't a real place.
Lieutenant raises a brow.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Hjelmdal are an ontological necessity.
Stops abruptly.
But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
Sorry, I was stretching, but okay. What do you mean the man from Hjelmdal was real?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
Sounds incredulous.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
How much are you selling this t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
Lieutenant raises his eyebrows. Couldn't you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
Because I'm a broke up without a cent to my name. Man from Hjelmdal is a superstar, and I'm a superstar. It would be perfect. Perhaps I could repay you in some other way? I guess I can't really think of a good reason. What? Oh, I can't look at my items. I want to see what else I would... What would he... I'm a
I
superstar.
suppose that makes sense, yes. Please go ahead and
Yeah,
take
we're
it.
a superstar.
Welcome to Hjelmdal.
Free shirt. Oh yeah. Look at that. I'm so cool. I'm gonna put it on right freaking now. Authority too old for this shirt. Ha ha ha. Alright. Freaking put it on. The man from Hjelmdal is standing in front of a burning village, dual-wielding his ever-present Zoe-handers. His muscles look ready to burst out of the two-dimensional print and into your three-dimensional life. Cool. Look how cool we are. We're cool. We're super. We're super. What is this?
Typical Martinez
Oh.
streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
It's almost 11. I don't want to accidentally like run out of time here, so let's talk to this guy and then we'll expect the lamp if we
It's
can.
not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you. It's shameful how insufficient the police presence is in these parts. Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection. I may have something to add to it. Typical vacuous consumerist objects. Honestly, I think some of your selections are, press your fingertips, more tasteful than others. This business plan is all over the place. You should specialize, zoom in, recapitalize.
It keeps me entertained.
Response, unimpressed with your snobbery.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe. Entertained. He might be high. If he is, on what?
Ooh. Roy's prices are strange. Composure noticed psychedelics. Something I like to sell. You might be able to aid in our investigation. 97. That's the highest chance we can get, so might as well roll on it, right?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement
No,
of
we rolled
light
pretty low.
while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Roll it in. What's that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Is it just me or is it really warm in here? Step closer. Sir, could you take off your sunglasses? I'd like to check your eyes. Get straight to the point. So where does a man take Pyrolidon these days? I
try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
No judgment, just curious. I probably did a load of Pyrolidon before I lost my memory. Yo, man, I'm just a chill-out cop who just wants some of what you're having. I didn't mean to offend you. Off the subject, you don't want drugs. I mean, I probably did, right?
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup.
He responds
I
carefully.
was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile? What's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere.
Dang, that
Probably
sucks.
some of it in you too.
Sucks that it broke. Tell me more about this Energy Relief Brigade you were
We
part
were
of.
an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
He points at the white triangle on his orange safety jacket.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Except the spiraling light pops. It must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to
Yes,
forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault is it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
Sighs and shake.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Man, that sucks. It's really interesting and sad how like this area was just in a crossfire, like so many different things, right? And like so many things got unfinished and so many things are broken. Happened in this city. How did you end up running a punch?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said,
Oh, it's a different area.
We just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Still in the same city. Good. Thank you for telling me. Okay, so this was in Faubourg. The nuclear meltdown was.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Care to share your Pyrolodon with me? There's something I'd like to sell. By the way, do you happen to have any guns?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Our gun. Her. There's a person.
What? Sold? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
At least I know how I lost my sidearm. Wait, I sold you my gun?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer.
He hesitates.
Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman.
Okay, so we're looking for a woman.
She kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
She was terrifying. Maybe Kuno S?
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
There can only be one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante and wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can. I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the Citizens Militia?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
He looks around worried. Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying and the Union can track her down in time.
Had the people from Everett Clare's Union come here to track that gun?
Maybe. Shady looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it.
Ah. So some people were looking for it.
They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Wait, then it might be true. Everard's claims.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Lieutenant's eyebrows raised slightly. At least I know now, I guess.
Of course.
Something I like to sell.
We'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Lieutenant steps in and hands him the spinners.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop. Gone forever.
Bad.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a misc banger. No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you.
He takes the cash and then turns
Here's
to
the
you.
130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest goes in his pocket.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Both the lieutenant and the pawnbroker turn to you. Sell my clothes? I don't think I have anything I want to sell. I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here. Ha ha ha. I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
And we just bought this. We could sell these postcards. I don't know if we need them though. $1. We want to keep the gun for sure. A pen with a green ape head on one hand. The ape closes its eyes. A kind expression adoring his face. Be meditating. Dock worker shift card. I think we want to hold on to all these things for now. And we have plenty of money now, so. I mean, I guess we're using the 30 or 130. So we have like a little under 20 bucks, but yeah, we're not in the need for money for anything else besides our hotel bills. Yeah, we don't have
Another
anything we want
time,
to sell.
perhaps.
I could get drugs, I guess, but I don't know if I need to do that. Maybe we're able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
You know anything about the hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
No one likes to see what you have to see every day.
Know anything about the Wild Pines representative that's in town?
Can't say I'm a huge admirer of Wild Pines. And I can't say I trust any silver-tongued spokesperson of theirs. Fortunately, I have no reason to get involved.
Wait, what do you have against the Wild Pines?
What should I have for it?
Have you met the Wild Pines rep?
No, just people like that make everyone else see the world somewhat askew, at an angle that is convenient for them. Now, you have more questions, or are we?
That's
The
it.
pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Alright. I don't think I have
Sure
anything else on the
thing.
gun.
Sure,
Okay.
man.
I have other business. We could ask about drugs. I mean... Okay, sure.
You said you done it before, yeah?
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care.
I ride the pyro every day. I haven't, but don't worry, I can take it. I think I've tried it once and liked it. Sure.
Here you go, man.
Ugh. Friends, the large cap-shaped object in the palm of his hand. Very odd looking.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut.
Wow, he's just gonna give it to us? Cool.
Of course.
Thanks, dude. Skill point. Haha, we leveled up from that. We got some drugs. I don't even know if I'm gonna use it. +1 to psyche. A pretty little puck-shaped cap of purple liquid that can bring on anything from hot flashes to military-grade psychosis. With sufficient tolerance, however, it can make any weather feel balmy for a while. Interesting. So it'll give us +1 to psyche, but we'll have to take a point of health for it. Okay, what do I want to level up? Maybe I'll think about this after we see what other checks we can try to take care of, or we can save them. But yeah, let's get the heck out of here.
Yes?
Oh, this. We need to...
A typical Martinez
Check this
streetlight
out.
sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
let your gaze run over the
The
street
light
light.
pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
He pauses, studying the light. How much for the street light?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
700?
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
Yeah, I'm reminded there's one just like that on every corner. Even taking into account the risk of obtaining the light, this seems a bit steep. 700 sounds about right. Imagine wasn't easy sawing off that street lamp.
The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag.
He rests his elbows on the counter and brings his face closer to the glass. What do you mean transformation?
Well, there are the costs of removal and rewiring.
He throws a look of weary patience.
The most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
$700. I could buy a streetlight for $700. Cool. Man, and where would you get $700? It must be possible to buy that thing. That would be amazing. Alright, Kim, let's get out of here and go to bed. Do you want to end the day eventually? So much to do, so much to see. Ah, the wheelchair lady went dead. Oh, now we can pay Gart finally.
Can I help you?
So the
Yes.
money I owe, I
got
have the
it?
money.
Well,
Here it is. Sorry for the trouble.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow.
He takes out his keychain and fiddles with the mechanism behind the counter.
Please
Alright.
pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
20
I'll
bucks.
take a room here too.
He opens his wallet.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
He takes the money and hands him a key ring. By the way, I'm gonna sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Alrighty. I don't need a drink. Pointing at everything with my wonderful flashlight. Alright, let's get out of here. Time to go to bed. Bet we can't go in.
The door is closed.
Don't want to try the handle. Want to be a weirdo.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alrighty. Okay, now we're gonna have our wrap up.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
He lights a cigarette. Didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes?
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over my notes.
Below, the city trembles with its remaining lights. People are rushing home, running away from home, smoking, sleeping, singing in the shower. Edges of dining tables, hands, aprons flicker through windows before the lights go out.
How'd you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
He flicks the ash. The light of his cigarette illuminates a fleeting smile.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit. Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit below it all.
Alright then, the debrief.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
We performed a cursory initial inspection of the victim's body. Then you shot the body down, which was quite a shot.
Darn straight, I'm a sharpshooting cop. It was nothing real, I just doing my job. I was inspired by confidence in me. I just can't wait for more things to shoot. I think I was born with a gun in my hands.
On this occasion, I must agree. At any rate, your shot enabled us to perform a field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. Moreover, you found that the hanged man wasn't just hanged, he was also shot. That was some excellent detective work.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
crazy.
we managed to locate and pull out the bullet, so we can get ballistics, make up the gun. All this is invaluable.
Very invaluable. It was this I could do given all my past mistakes. Yeah, I'm over.
The rest is up to the boys in processing. Maybe they will surprise us by doing their job for once, but I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah, we sent the body
We also
away already,
performed
even
a
though we
thorough
couldn't get the
search of
armor.
crime scene. All in all, we handled the situation very professionally. Now for the interviews.
For the interviews, that's my forte. Unlike most cops, I understand how important communication is in our line of work. I love doing interviews, and people love me. They love bathing in my glory. The initial interviews, well, yes, we talked to some people. Wish we didn't have to do any of the interviews. Our church.
Including Evrard Claire, a daunting adversary, if there ever was one.
Yeah. Fortunately, we just played into his hands, but I couldn't really do much there.
He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
Yeah. I'm a little intimidated by him, honestly. He has stuff on me. Yeah, and he's pretty tough. I don't know if I honestly don't know if I can get him to tell us more, just because that's not my forte, you know?
Well, we will have to work through that.
Yeah.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
Big relief. It's a very serviceable name, too. I don't know how I feel about my name, actually. I want a different name. One I haven't ruined yet.
That's normal. It's best not to give it too much thought. We didn't talk to the Wild Pines rep. We really must do that tomorrow.
Oh, the Wild Pines rep. Okay. That would be at the, what's it called? Where they're having the strike, right?
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
I don't like to waste time, you know. My mind moves fast. The rest tries to keep up. I'm training for long distance runs. I want to raise money for charity. Yeah, that's just how we roll in Precinct 41. I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills.
He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarette. My alligator skin boots?
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. You like my disco, Kim? So what are our powers exactly, the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Ravachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
The power officers of the Ravachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently. 1,000? Why not more? Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly. as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what
We
else?
can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait, how can you be sure the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
I see, and if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
He taps on his coat pocket where he keeps it. And who makes all these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
Gaze is absolutely fixed on a window below that just dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it was the citizens of Revachol.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
The moral intern, what is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
Pulls on his cigarette. If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Who is Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
Okay.
For you, she is something painful, though it's hard to say why.
What is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Yeah.
Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
What do you think of
The
them?
moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And
Those
it
of the city
doesn't look
below.
like that's about to happen.
I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on a cigarette. It's a slim white thing. Things are bad out there. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. We're students of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting bourgeois rights. Understandably, immigrants. Oh, I don't want to say that. Oh, excuse me. I had to sneeze. On second thought, I don't have an opinion. I mean, I do think that, I guess, they probably need police, right? Is it humanism? Probably. Everyone's living in a very low quality life. Or low, not low quality, but what's the word? Standard of living? Low standard of living?
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Actually, vigilantes is okay with me. Vigilante sounds bad. Maybe we should make our own law.
Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
Looks at the roundabout.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
Say nothing, just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different in land, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
He pulls on his cigarette. Or pulls on the cigarette. Why are they like this? Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are...
Shakes his head.
But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here.
Me too. But I wouldn't
Quietly.
count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
True. Takes a lot.
He is
Have
very
things
tired,
change.
but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
He puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks. Got another skill point. We have 3 to spend. Not really sure what to spend it on. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, now we can send Kim. See you in the morning. Goodbye, Kim. Bye. I don't think we have anything else. Actually, maybe we can check the mirror.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
All locked.
In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Electrochemistry. Stop the expression from happening. This is crazy that we didn't pass this. We were very unlucky. I don't want to try it, so let's. Electrochemistry. Up. Facing. Up. Alright, let's try this again.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face,
Impossible.
adorned
Oh,
with
that's
the
unfortunate.
expression.
Tool not in hand. Let's get that tool in hand. So we need to have the crowbar.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. Your hands, however skillful, can't manage this task on their own.
Wait, it's
You
not in my
should get
hand?
your chain cutters out.
What happened? Chain cutters! Aw, frick, I wasted it. Oh no. Okay, that was a mistake. I feel like I can reload. And let's see. It's pawn shop was the last save. 23, 26. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal. Cancel. Dang, that
A
sucks.
mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
was supposed to have the freaking chain cutters in my hand. I was too hasty. Sad.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but
Well,
it's cleaner than you are right now.
let's take a bath.
That soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
Run yourself a bath. I want to live forever with the core smell. Memento mori and stuff. Gross.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons.
Undress, close your eyes, and submerge.
The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting. Like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies.
Take the beer cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub. They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them acute enough to focus on.
Linger in the tub a
Your
little.
fingers grow pale and
nice.
are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools. What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time to get moving.
What's wrong with you? I'm just relaxing, dude.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you.
Gross.
It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench.
Fair.
The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
30 experience.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom
We can try this
wall.
again. I mean, I don't
In
know if
it,
there's anything
your
else we can
face,
upgrade
adorned
with electro.
with the expression.
One from items. I don't think I have any electrochemistry, right? That raises psyche. The pants raise electro. Interestingly. Ah, fingerless gloves. Electrochemistry. Spirit decor. So now we're at 8, right? Might as
A
well
mirror
try.
hangs on the bathroom wall.
17%.
In it, it's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A
Frickin'
thought,
rolled
a sadness.
12.
Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long.
Wow.
Just like
Oh.
that, it's over.
Now we're grumpy.
The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
Now we're not grinning, we're just sad. Oh, we can redo the interfacing. Wait. I guess maybe because we got the cutters, or... Alright, let's do it. 72. Oh. Wait. Let's make sure we have interface items on. Interfacing. On. Or... Make sure we don't have anything, creating with interface. Yay. Sweet. Alright, let's do it.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom
83.
wall. In it,
83,
your face.
83.
The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly,
Ooh.
applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Do you know what? I bet the mirror being clear probably made it easier for us to do the get rid of the expression. That's cool. That was very interesting. We have one more point left. Let the body to control threaten people. Very intimidating. That's locked. What else? Oh, before we go to bed, is there anything else to do?
The fan stands still.
Oh. Okay, we can sleep on this ridiculous couch that we broke. Nothing else to explore here, right? Alright, so before we go to bed, I do want to see if Kuno might be still out there. See if this is unlocked.
This door can only as you hold hold the
Nope.
metal, you sense the warmth left there by her hand.
Alright, so she's not there and the door's locked. Kuno might be asleep, but it's worth it to check. I want to see if we can talk to him without Kim around. Oh. Everyone else has gone to bed. It's 12. It is midnight. Oh, the guy's gone. Sleeping guy, that is. Oh, it's raining. Okay, everybody's still out here. Oh, can we recheck this?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown
Visual
slush
calculus.
that covers.
Oh, he's still here. Okay, cool. Nice.
Have you come to make your offering to Kuno?
Check out this bizarre drug I found.
Oh, not this dreamer shit again.
Bill slaps his face.
Why do Kuno's bitches always try and bring Kuno that lame sha-la-la-la bang shit? Kuno's not a fucking witch doctor.
It was only once.
Little Rat isn't having
Fucking
it.
asked me to nick it, Kuno.
No, I didn't. It's fucking Kuno. Say it right, bitch. Say it like it's said.
The adolescent is momentarily disappointed.
Anyway, Kuno doesn't do that radioactive shit. Makes Kuno's dick fall off. Kuno's got a huge dick. You can
Well,
pay
don't have
tribute to
anything.
Kuno with drugs or cigarettes. Gets Kuno to like you again. Some giant ass wheels would be nice.
I want drugs. Wasn't there something in here that we found? Was that something else? I guess we can grab it now. Kim is not here. I don't really know what I'm doing though. I just wanted to talk to Kuno. We can't select it anymore. Oh. That's actually a false slogan from an aggressive youth orient. Go back up the stairs, which I really want to do. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to wait till someone can offer him. Okay, sleeping does heal all your health and morale. That's good. And once it gets pretty late, we can save our if she has anything to say.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Hides behind the fence. Hey kid.
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games.
Puts her
I'd
finger to
rather
her
die
temple.
than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
So it's a girl. Interesting.
I'll die before I
See
squeal.
there, behind the
You
fence.
don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody.
That drops
I'm
even
not
lower.
here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Okay. Well, that's not helpful. Is there anything else we want to do before we go to sleep?
Have you
Yeah, we don't have anything. I guess the bookstore's closed too now, right? I think everything we'll have to save for, yeah, even the gardener went to sleep. We'll have to save everything for tomorrow. I guess no one would be out. Let's get out of here. And go to sleep. Big day today, big day tomorrow. Big day every day until we solve the case. Don't be afraid to say weird things. Okay. In. Alright, let's frickin' take a
The
nap.
bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Time to crawl in.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come. And then sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat and grease.
Ew. Check the
It
blanket.
barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. A bit tense in the muscles. Relax.
Roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thought. Fall
Your
asleep now.
breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Whoa. Is it me? Oh, it is me. What the? Music is so, like, strangely beautiful and eerie at the same time. Oh, it's me.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are. You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth? You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
I was left?
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle, and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back. I don't want to come back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do, even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown? Who are you kidding?
My mind is tired and broken.
Your mind is what now? I can't hear you. The rest is just a word dream. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
Another type?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Oh wow. That was it.
Good going, buddy.
What the heck was that? I had the most beautiful dream. I had the most beautiful dream. Is that how it's gonna be when I close my eyes?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
No, that's not it, really. I feel super good. Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster.
Oh.
Time to get some more.
What is it called? When your body wants more of the chemical when you run out of it?
You're too weak to say no now.
Oh.
Waking up is the worst part.
No volition.
Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
I need to get more of the detecting is my life. No, I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed.
Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor?
Ah, withdrawal. Okay. So, super hungover, but the speed is what was making us functional,
power,
I guess.
Man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world.
I could try not looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
Ah, that's tough. Well, let's try without the speed, I guess. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Well, let's try it. Alright. See if there's anything new here.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Yeah, so I've been kind of thinking with our character sheet here. I'm thinking that we'll probably just keep leveling up like our physique and motorics. Cuz I feel like it's too hard to be able to get anywhere with these lower ones, cuz even if we level these up, we'll probably only get like 20% at the most. So it'll definitely depend on the situation. If there's something we really want to try to pass, maybe we'll do it. So there could be exceptions, but otherwise I feel like strengthening what we're already good at is what we'll stick with. At least that's what I'm thinking. I wonder if Kim's awake. He might be downstairs. See if this lady's still here.
The door is closed. Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it.
Oh yeah, we can punch a... Should we punch the door? Sure, let's punch the door.
You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdy in the frame.
That was good.
And your fist
At least we didn't get injured.
This was all a very good, normal thing to do.
Yep, very normal.
Not
very
to mention,
good.
Great exercise.
Great exercise. Great. That was great.
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Gaze upon me, stuff, and despair. No, I'm just a disempowered individual trying to take my disempowered on everyday objects. Yeah, I rip things apart. Gaze on me, stuff, and despair. I am the destroyer. Anti-object task force. Sweet. Let's take out our aggression on inanimate objects. Take a look at your hands. See how bruised they are? See those little scars? This is Exhibit A. The material world is holding you back. Containers, mailboxes, doors, chairs, they are all your enemy. Always have been. Atoms themselves are in on the conspiracy, forming shapes and structures that you hate. You're the energy stuck in a body. You are energy stuck in a body. You are spirit trapped in matter. Break free. Break that lamppost. Just let it know how much objects suck. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That is good. Okay. Makes you really want to punch things. It really does. It really does. Oh! Oh, they're here! The peoples are here! Oh my gosh, let's talk to them. Oh, Kim, you're here too. I'm so excited. Oh! Hello. Good morning.
Morning.
He gives you a quick nod.
I've got some good news.
Lieutenant smiles.
I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep.
I don't know if I was ready to let him go.
He's in processing now. We have other matters to attend to.
Oh, could I have gotten to the body in his car? I don't know.
Oh well. We'll get the armored boots in another lifetime.
In another lifetime. That's very true.
The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them.
Oh, excuse me. I had to sneeze. Why do we need to talk to them?
Everything points to the Dock Workers Union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information, which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
What do you mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Okay. Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
Okay.
One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
He crosses something out. There are so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements?
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger. Just calmly factoring it in. Your fists clench and your pulse rises uncomfortably.
Okay, let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Let's set up the booth again.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Okay, so we can choose to talk to them if we want, but if there's other things we want to do first, we can do that too.
Can I help you?
Okay, we don't have enough money to pay him now, but let's see what other people have to say today.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
She turns back to you with a weary smile. Good day, ma'am. Everything all right?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line? Why do you need to use a phone anyway?
The manager was vague about it.
He frowns.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
So, why do you need a phone?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
I like how I'm just pointing my flashlight at everything I talk to and do.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
A cold breeze hisses through a dense thicket of reeds.
You have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window toward the bay. What's this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it?
This Gary person. The water lock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh, sweetie. It's nothing like that.
She smiles.
Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
They're probably just stuck.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
Probably just some technical problem. Yeah, I don't really know, but
whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband. And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When or if I get there. Let's accept the task,
you're
for sure.
such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
He'll probably be in our, we'll probably come across him, I mean. So your husband is some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. A
She has with a pinch of
zoologist.
pride.
A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
The lieutenant sounds unimpressed.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, And frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Less worried about husband. Has the green 8 pen. Oh, the pen. Or suggestion. Maybe I should upgrade this. 58% is pretty good. Let's keep talking to her first before we try that. Tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, your
Oh
relationship.
dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does he look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
Let's try again. If I were meeting him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn.
Oh, soft.
Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How did the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
He smiles wistfully.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I hope I've been useful.
Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating.
Catches
But
herself.
I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
No, I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us officers.
He looks you in the eye and nods softly.
There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciated the creature's name.
Insulindian phasmid.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
Why is such a downer, Kim? Why can't they be real, huh?
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper
Ghost
about
insect.
their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
Interesting. Maybe the phasmid made the teenagers make out.
What? Maybe the phasmid made them make out? So newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have? I want to say weird things. Let's say weird things.
I doubt it.
He laughs.
It's not like teenagers need much encouragement in that regard.
So newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have?
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
I'm really excited about this cryptid.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
So is it dangerous?
Not at all.
Chuckles
Why
to
else
herself.
would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Does it have cool powers?
Yes. It can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds.
Lights
It's
up.
how
Your
it's
face lights
stayed
up.
hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
What's so special about this stick bug then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
The woman's face flushes with embarrassment.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Okay, suggestion. So this is a white check. I'll put a skill point in it if we don't pass it this time, but what was it? Suggestion? Psyche base 2. Do we have any equipment? -1 suggestion. And I think it said that we didn't have any suggestion effect we are wearing already. It could take drugs to raise this, and we have high health. But I wonder if it's worth it. I guess we can just try first, and then if we resort to it, we might.
Oh, hello, dear.
Right,
There you are
58%.
again.
Yes.
You're an enthusiastic
No.
idiot, but you're still an idiot.
I want to know everything about the cryptids. Living cryptids, extinct cryptids, marine cryptids, land cryptids. Bring it on.
We don't have time for Cryptozoology 101. Let's get back to work, shall we?
Why not? Dang it. But I want to hear about it. Oh well. Friggin' Kim, non-believer.
Can I help you?
Okay. Don't have anything. Say to us. Find Morel, the cryptozoologist. Money to Gart. Can we ask him about the
Can
phone?
I help you? Another thing. Great.
Oh, so the phone line is
I
dead.
love those.
I saw a sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go into the
What
kitchen?
are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
But I'm really hungry.
And want me to make an exception for you? You're not even a hostel guest till you pay your outstanding bills.
He changes his mind.
Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
After 1, okay.
Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it.
He shakes his head and adds.
Losers.
That's pretty strange.
It's not strange, it's inconvenient.
Is it true that there was foul play?
Who told you that?
He wrinkles his nose. It doesn't matter. I just want to know who you suspect. I would never disclose my sources. That would be dishonorable.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill. Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Alright, so we've played for a little bit over 2 hours. I played a little bit longer today, but I think I want to end it here. Let's check this. What is it? Different. It has so thinly sights you can see through them. We still can't
The
talk to this
man
guy, right?
ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Oh, do you know what's behind that door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Stay masculine. Okay. Alright, so what I'm thinking we'll probably do next time is probably talk to these guys. She's here, that's interesting. And we'll see what's going on there. I think I don't mind talking to them first thing in the morning. I think that will be fine. But yeah, that was Disco Elysium for today, and thank you so much for watching, and we will continue this next time.